Alright everyone, I'm back. So now let's continue on with the Empath. The Enterprise arrives at Minar 2 to recover research personnel as its star is about to go supernova. Captain Kirk, Dr. McCoy, and Science Officer Spock beam down to the surface but find the research station empty and begin a search, while Chief Engineer Scott moves the Enterprise to a safe distance to protect it from being bombarded by a solar flare. The away team is suddenly transported into an underground chamber and encounter a beautiful, mute woman McCoy names Jem, who is trapped with them. The away team are attacked by aliens, known as the Vians, who injure Kirk. Jem proves she is an empath by absorbing Kirk's injuries, briefly taking them on herself before they are healed. They search the nearby chambers and find machinery and computer systems, along with glass cylinders, some containing the missing research personnel in grotesque poses, and 3 empty ones labeled with the away team's names. Vian arrives, but Spock stuns him with the Vulcan nerve pinch and allows the group to escape to the surface. They are surprised to see an Enterprise away team waiting for them, but they soon discover they are only a mirage. 2 Vians arrive and transport Jem and Kirk back into the underground complex, where they start to torture Kirk with Jem only able to watch. During this, the Vians explains that they tested the research personnel Link and Ozaba similarly, but both men died from their fears. Jem and an unconscious Kirk are transported back to where McCoy and Spock are held, and Jem rushes to heal Kirk's wounds. The Vians demand another test subject, and McCoy sedates both Kirk and Spock to make the Vians pick him. When Kirk and Spock wake, they understand from Jem of what McCoy has done. They make their escape and find McCoy near death at the medical chamber after being subjected to the Vians test. Kirk and Spock attempt to help McCoy, but are stopped by the Vians by a force field. They can only watch as Jem attempts to take on McCoy's wounds, but seems afraid to take all of them on herself. The Vians explain that this has all been a test for Jem as a representative of her people in the system. They were trying to judge Jem as if she was willing to sacrifice her life for that of another. If she passed, the Vians would use their advanced technology to save the rest of Jem's people from the pending supernova. Jem attempts again to take on McCoy's wounds, but he pushes her away, not wanting her to die. Spock observes the force field reacts to negative emotions, and he and Kirk are able to break free and confiscate the Vian's equipment. Kirk demands that Jem has shown her choice to sacrifice herself, and further accuses the aliens of lacking compassion. The Vians realize their error and agree that Jem has passed. They return Jem and McCoy to full health and promise to save Jem's people. The Vians and Jem disappear. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy return to the Enterprise safely, commenting that Jem was a pearl of great price. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, guys, but still, a pretty enjoyable episode overall. I give The Empath 3 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me in a little while as we meet a land of choice. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.